everyone, welcome back to our channel, and here we are again at the Silverstone Classic 2023. I am stood next to my good friend, actually next door neighbour. This is Gaz Birch. Gaz owns this fantastic 1970 VW panel van, and that is about the extent of my knowledge about the vehicle. So Gaz, I know this is amongst your pride and joys because you've got a number of classic VWs. Tell us about your lovely bus.
It started out as a 1600.
Yeah.
I've upgraded it to 1600 with supercharger, so it's gone from 60 brake horse to 120 brake horse. It's got a rock and roll bed in it for if we do any camping or anything like that, we'll make a cup of tea. It's lowered all round, French slammer on the front. So it's a bit precarious when you go over the speed humps, but other than that, it will cruise at 70, 80, 90 miles an hour down the motorway.
Which must be surprising, must catch a lot of people out who think it's a 60 horsepower. I know it looks like mild custom, but if you didn't know, you're not going to know, are you?
No, I do catch quite a few people out when they try and beat me at the lights or something, and they give me the big thumbs up afterwards. But,
that's good.
But the only problem travelling at that speed in a it's basically a bread tin.
Yeah.
It weaves and wobbles a bit, but other than that, she's cracking.
It's funny, I was going to ask you about the ride because it looks like it's sitting on Porsche alloys. Is that right?
Yeah, they're replica Fuchs, which are my favourite.
Yeah.
They're not.
And
expensive.
is that the? Are they on standard tyres? I assume you've got fatter tyres than you'd have on a standard van. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got smart car tyres on the front.
Right.
To give clearance, and then I've got slightly oversized tyres on the rear to get the gearing right, so it'll so you don't stress the gearbox out.
I see. Well, it's certainly a hell of a looking truck. Now, this paint job, am I correct in thinking you sprayed this yourself?
This was all sprayed in my garage over last winter. Little single garage I've got, and I've done it section by section. So the roof was a challenge, but everything else, it was all done in my garage.
Now, I love the fact on your bumpers, and Richard, if you can get a close up of that, you've actually added in patina. But so it looks like it's coming through, but if you touch it, it's all lacquered over, isn't it? It's meant to look like that.
Yes, yeah. It was started to peel, so I started to sand it, and then I thought, oh, this looks a bit good. Yeah. So I just lacquered straight over the top of it.
Yeah, it looks really cool. It certainly stands out. Now, I see you've got a Porsche Club GB sticker in your window. Now, has this got some? Did you have a Porsche engine or some sort of Porsche running gear at some point?
It's some time ago. It did have a few bits and pieces from Porsche, but that was an overhang from my Porsche ownership from the 80s. Sort of.
Oh, I see.
So I've kept the sticker in.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, why not? I've got all sorts of stickers in mine. Okay, well, I have to say, us classic car buffs, as you all know, you always worry about what your neighbours are going to think. I'm lucky. I've got Gaz next door to me with his three classics. He doesn't bother with mine and my two classics. So really, really good. So Gaz, thanks ever so much for first being a really good neighbour and a great pal, and thanks for talking to us about your fabulous truck.
No problem.